So we are still monitoring the threat of seeing severe weather through tomorrow afternoon and evening. We are going to start to see these thunderstorms develop around the early afternoon hours. Our biggest concern is going to be the threat for gusty winds, so winds gusting 30 to 40 miles per hour with a few higher gusts possible in a few of these individual cells. And tornado concern is decreasing, but it is still not completely ruled out, so we are going to have to watch for the threat of seeing a few isolated tornadoes as the system does move through. As far as the Storm Prediction Center is concerned, they have decreased the risk of severe weather from a level 3 enhanced down to a level 2 slight risk for the entire state, except for the extreme upstate closer to the mountains. They are still under that level 1 marginal risk of severe weather for tomorrow. So you notice we are mostly dry through tomorrow morning. Warm front does start to lift through during the late morning and early afternoon hours. That's going to destabilize the atmosphere and increase our storm energy and our temperatures heading through tomorrow afternoon. So you notice tomorrow afternoon we're starting to get some pockets of heavier rain. Those are also going to contain thunder, lightning, gusty winds, and the possibility of seeing a few isolated tornadoes. Now, this is so scattered in nature, it's really hard to pinpoint where the worst of the weather will be, but just know if you start to see some of those darker pockets of rain develop on the radar tomorrow, that's most likely one of those thunderstorms that is producing the gusty winds and possibility of seeing a few tornadoes. You also notice, since it is so broken, we're not seeing a lot of widespread rain, so that is going to keep our flooding concerns to a minimum. It continues to push off to the east heading through tomorrow evening. Then you notice we dry off heading into Saturday morning, and that's going to lead to a beautiful weekend ahead. I'll have an update on that a little bit later. Talking about our storm threats for tomorrow, I have decreased the risk of tornadoes and winds for tomorrow, and I have increased the potential for hail tomorrow. So just know our highest concern is going to be the threat for gusty winds, but we could also see a few hailstones up to an inch and a few isolated tornadoes through tomorrow. As far as storm timing, I believe all this is going to start to come together during the early afternoon around 1, 2 o'clock. Tornado and hail concern is going to start to come to an end by the late evening around 9 or 10. Gusty wind concern is going to stick with us until it is completely out into early Saturday morning around midnight or 1 o'clock on Saturday morning. So keep it here for all the latest information. I will be here all day tomorrow tracking these thunderstorms, so go ahead and ask any questions that you have. Otherwise, I'll be here tomorrow. See you then.